Hi babies, welcome to part 2 of the root chakra. And today we are going to take a look at safety and how survival mode operates in this part of the root chakra. First, we want to start off with our definitions. We know it gives us a much better understanding when we know what does it mean. We see and hear these things, but we don't always focus on what does it mean. Super important. Safety definition: the condition of being protected from harm, danger, or risk. Now, what is the opposite? Unsafe, right? And that's going to be a simple example of that, or definition of that, is dangerous, right? Now, how does being unsafe in relationships manifest when we are in survival mode, right? So safety is a major component of us feeling like we trust life. We trust God, right? It impacts our faith system 100% to feel safe, that everything is going to work out, everything is going to be okay. So when we do not feel safe in relationships, that's going to be difficulty trusting, expecting betrayal, rejection, or abandonment, even in safe relationships, overreacting to conflict, small disagreements, feeling threatening or unsafe. How does feeling unsafe show up in our finances? That is scarcity mindset, a constant fear that there will never be enough money no matter how much is earned. You have fear-driven decisions, staying stuck in unhealthy jobs or avoiding risks because uncertainty feels dangerous, right? So never starting that project that you know you really want to start. What does feeling unsafe look like in your health? Living in survival mode, chronic stress, tension, or exhaustion because the body never fully relaxes. Ignoring warning signs, disconnecting from pain, emotions, or symptoms until they become overwhelming. Safety in you. Now, so unsafe, right? Feeling unsafe within yourself. That can look like hypervigilance, always scanning for what could go wrong instead of feeling present or at peace. Self-protection over self-expression, so hiding your truth, your needs, or identity to avoid judgment, rejection, or harm, right? And so all of that tends to take a toll, right? Because how does that show up in the you that is you? Well, the hypervigilance is a mental and emotional thing. You're in a constant state of paranoia at times. This might not be chronic quite yet, but it could start to become that way. So it's important to notice the pattern, right? And then physically, what does that look like? Well, this is the most obvious one. I don't have time to take care of myself. I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't have time to read a book. Must be nice to have time to do those things. That is your own self-abandonment. I know it's so hard to hear that, and I love you, but it is. That's your own self-abandonment. You make time for the things that are important, because if that person that you love and you're so dedicated to, and this could be family, friend, lover, organization, you will drop everything. You are the person who shows up early and stays late. So how is it that you have time for someone else and their needs, but you don't have time for yours? Right? You gotta get the reality check. And then spiritually, what does that look like is that you have to push extra hard because God won't help you or God won't support you, which is also deception. That's not true. God would love to support you and help you. You just have to pray and get in tune, right? All right, babies, I will see you in part 3, where we cover what does it look like for survival mode to be attacking our support system in the root chakra. I love you. I hope you learned something today.